for the Dubai Gold Cup. Racing at the 2 mile marker and getting away very, very fast here over onto the far side part of the course was Passion and Glory. Libyan Glass working up in the early stages with Al Nayer. They were followed there by Siskany. Iron Barrows coming across, and Trawler Man using every bit of the track here, coming down the centre part of the course, racing in isolation. Further back, just worse than midfield here, was Giavolotto along with Sober. Seastone in that 3 wide passage along with Daramethos, Savannah's Knight. Then came Coltrane. Tower of London now third to last from Enemy, and Roberto Escobar is the last one. Eldar Eldarov scratched at the gates. So inside the 2,600 metres, Kieran Schumacher leads a narrow margin here on Trawler Man as they come to the post on the first occasion, and eventually will work over to sit to the outside of the Japanese runner Libyan Glass. Iron Barrows, another Japan runner, sitting in the top 3 from Passion and Glory. Blue colours, red cap. There was a gap of 3.5 lengths as they make their way down the front to Al Nayer, who settles down 5th. Now coming across to the fence with Siskany, Giavolotto, allowing them to cross there about 8th and spotting the lead about 7 or 8 lengths here as they make their way off the front past the 2,100 metres. Then came Seastone. In the centre of runners was Sober, followed by Daramethos. Then came Savannah's Knight, 2 lengths back to Tower of London, who's now 4th to last. Coltrane drops back in the field. Enemy for Ian Williams into 2nd to last, and Roberto Escobar sees them all as they make their way down past the 1,800 metres. And as they make their way onto the back of the course, Libyan Glass leads a narrow margin, a half a length. Fractions are moderate. Trawler Man the outside in 2nd, stalks this leader and sits on his girth, ready to pounce. Back on the inside, it is Passion Glory, lays 3rd the rail. In the 1-1 was Iron Barrows, followed there next in running by Al Nayer. He's fit and has shut off well from Siskany, who's 6th. Then came Giavolotto from Seastone, who's been deep and wide without a back at the moment, forced to improve a shade from Sober. Then came Daramethos. Savannah's Knight was next from Tower of London. Coltrane, Enemy, and Roberto Escobar still last. So 1,200 metres left to go. Libyan Glass still having it his own way up in front under Ryuze Sake. Kieran Schumacher not pressing the issue, riding a patient race on Trawler Man outside of the leader, followed there by Passion and Glory, who's on the right horse's back here. Then came Iron Barrows. Next was Al Nayer, who's 3 back on the inside. Pace still very moderate here with 800 metres left to go. Siskany was next from Giavolotto, Sober. Then came Seastone, who's had to do it the hard way out wide. Then came Daramethos, Savannah's Knight in the OTI colours from Tower of London, who gets on Seastone's back and starts to improve a few pairs. Then came Coltrane, followed by Enemy as they make their way into the lane here in the Dubai Gold Cup. Roberto Escobar, the last one. So they come into the straight here, inside the 450, and Trawler Man now takes over and is asked for. Al Nayer just lugs in a little bit in behind the leader, but starts to present now. Giavolotto working through. Siskany deeper out here under William Buick. Tower of London starting to launch the outside. Al Nayer claims Trawler Man. Tower of London deeper out in the Ballydoyle purple. Takes Al Nayer in the late stages, and Ballydoyle are on the board early. Takes the Dubai World Cup, does Tower of London, and does it well. 2.5 on the line, beats Al Nayer. Trawler Man may have held on for 3rd from Giavolotto, Siskany. A gap to Savannah's Knight, followed by Iron Barrows. Then came Enemy, Sober, Passion and Glory. Libyan Glass knocked up. Roberto Escobar beat only a couple home. They were a Sober along with Enemy, Coltrane, Daramethos and Seastone. He was in the cheap seats the whole way around and never got a good run in transit.